Hello everyone! Today a family battle awaits you. Homemade versus standard. Experience versus novelty. Haste versus regularity. Tanya or Andrei. Son Vanya decides who wins. We will soon find out the answer to the eternal parental question. Who do you love more? Dad or mom? So, today we're preparing a hot dog from A to Z. And we start with Andrei.
To prepare buns for hot dogs, we need a simple set of products. 13.5 ounces of sifted flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/8 of an ounce of dry yeast, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and mix everything. Next, add 1 cup of milk, and 1 egg. And finally, 1.5 teaspoons of sunflower oil. I mix. I'm covering it. And put it in a warm place for an hour. I grease the surface with oil and knead a soft dough. I'll divide it into parts. Let there be 4 buns, but what kind? First, I twist the dough inward, and then roll it out longer.
Wow, are these already real loaves?
Normal big buns, what are you talking about?
Next time, let's film a battle with desserts. Then I will definitely win.
Write in the comments what you want to see in the battles next time, desserts or meat. Having covered the buns, I leave them to rise for another hour. I put the rolls in the oven for 20 minutes at 400 degrees Fahrenheit until they are browned. I grease the finished buns with butter. Now let's move on to the sausage. I take 2 pounds of lamb and half a pound of fat. I chop everything fine. Season the minced meat with salt, 1 level tablespoon. At the market, they collected a mixture of seasonings for me. I take 1 tablespoon. I mix everything. I fill the natural casing with minced meat. And now I divide it into parts with a thread, taking into account the size of my bun. I'll cook it on the barbecue. First, we pour out the hot coals. Then I put the sausage on the grill. I dry the skin for 5 minutes over high heat. Then I move it to the side where there is less heat. I cook for another 15 minutes until the internal temperature is 150 degrees Fahrenheit. And I coat it with barbecue sauce. I dry the sausage for another 10 minutes and remove it. Now let's see what recipes Tanya wants to defeat me with. Once again, naive.
Considering my previous failure, I don't want to lose again. This time I'm no longer making bread rolls, but rich buns. I heat glass of milk and use a cooking thermometer to control the temperature. We need 35 degrees Celsius, but not more than 40. Next, I add just a little sugar and 1 ounce of pressed yeast. I stir with a whisk and wait 10 minutes for the yeast to start working. In the meantime, I sift 1.5 pounds of flour. One by one, I add 3 eggs 2.5 ounces of sugar, and yeast mass. I combine the ingredients and let them sit for an hour. I put spoon of salt into the well-risen dough. After adding 2 ounces of butter at room temperature, mix it again and send it to a warm place for an hour. Now I divide the dough into parts of 3 ounces. I flatten each piece into an oval, and then I fold the edges towards the center and pinch them. I place the buns seam side down on a baking sheet with parchment, block the air access with cling film, and wait for them to increase. In an hour, I prepare a mixture of yolk and milk, and I grease the dough. So far I'm happy. My buns look prettier than Andre's. I bake in the oven for 20 minutes at 160 degrees Celsius. And then I start with sausages, like from the store, almost according to standards. I take 2 pounds of chicken meat and half a pound of fat. Andre gave me a piece of lamb, but you can just take chicken skin. This is pure fat. I take only 20%. But in store-bought sausages, it is 40% or more, which is why they're so juicy, tasty, and fatty. I put everything through a meat grinder and freeze it in zip bags until -5. On the scales, I weigh a touch of white pepper and a bit of allspice and nutmeg. Spoon of a nitrate salt, we found it at the Central Market. And spoon of a regular salt. You will also need a pinch of sodium citrate. I crush the spices in a mortar and release their aroma. Next, I pass all the frozen minced meat through a blender. I cool the water with ice, and I measure out a cup. In a large bowl, I combine the minced meat, ice water, spices, and nitrate salt. It protects against botulism, gives pink color to sausages, and gives the taste of ham. Next comes regular salt and sodium citrate, which we found in the online store. It is the sodium that gives the sausages a uniform consistency. I pass everything through the blender again. And I constantly monitor the temperature. It shouldn't be higher than 12 degrees Celsius. Otherwise there will be a defect. Look at the excellent emulsion that comes out. Now I stuff the natural casing with minced meat. So far everything is going great. Although no, I forgot to add a crumb of sugar to the minced meat. At least it wouldn't affect my winnings. Next I fix the sausages with thread. Then you need to go through 3 more stages of heat treatment: drying, smoking, and cooking. I dry the sausages in the barbecue on the side where there are no coals, at a temperature of 60 degrees Celsius outside and up to 45 degrees inside. It took me 10 minutes. After that, I smoke at a temperature of 80 degrees Celsius outside and up to 60 degrees inside. Cook for another 15 minutes until browned. I finish cooking in the oven, pouring boiling water onto a baking sheet. I cook at a temperature of 80 degrees Celsius out and up to 72 degrees inside. All that's left is to prepare the caramelized onions. I take one medium onion, chop it finely, add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and half a tablespoon of sugar to let all the bitterness go away. Let it sit for 5 minutes. After that, add 3 tablespoons of flour. And fry in sunflower oil until golden brown colors. Onions are so tasty that they can become a separate dish. Vanya will be here soon, so Andrei and I hurry to grill the buns on the barbecue. And now assembling the hot dog. I cut the bun, put pieces of smoked cheese, 1 tablespoon of sauerkraut, and chicken tender sausage inside. Now some onions. It should be cut just before serving to avoid any unpleasant bitterness. Cut off 3-4 rings of pickled cucumber. Sprinkle generously with caramelized onions. Season with American sweet mustard. And ketchup. Do you think I have a chance to win? I'm so worried.
I'm cutting the bun. Next, I add the salad, dry sausage, red onion, and hard cheese. I pour ketchup and mustard on it. That's it. The handsome guy is ready.
Let's go. Vanya has arrived. We'll soon find out who he loves more.
Well, to be honest, they taste almost the same. Here's their sauerkraut and here's pickled onion. Let's determine it by the sausages. This sausage tastes like homemade sausage, but this one tastes like a super good, expensive sausage from the shop. I like this one better.
What a wonderful day. Finally I won. I'm happy. My son loves me more.
Not a fact.
Give a like to Andrei. Subscribe to our channel. Write in the comments what we should cook for you next time. And of course, recommend the videos you like to your friends on social media.
I'm better.
That's all for today. Bon appetit and see you later. Bye everyone.